And also, because I'm recording this section, hello there, YouTube. Say hello to my chat when they choose to say something or comment for this, if they choose to. We are unboxing the legendary 5D's. My wife got this for me because it was the very last one. Usually Yu-Gi-Oh products don't just disappear off the shelves, but I'm going to explain why scalpers were probably interested in this. The promo pack. The promo pack is gonna be like chibi forms of each character's like star monster and some tokens. Again, we got crows. We have crows, Akizas, and Yuseis. There we go. This deck actually has new cards, including what's on the very top. These will not. These two will not. The reason being, they recently got support, and they've been desperately trying to get Yusei stuff as popular as the Resonator support. Man, there's even another structured deck I thought coming out for it. You have Chibi Stardust here. You got Chibi Black Rose. And a Chibi Blackwing Dragon. But then you had the Chibi token cards, too. One for Yusei, one for Akiza, one for Crow. Now, the Chibi versions came out, I forget the name of the set, a while back. We'll go from Yusei first here. It was just finding where that tab is to get the plastic off. I hope everyone's Thanksgiving was well, because that's when this is going live and recorded as well. We have Full Speed Warrior. Scrap Synchron. Synchro Fellowship. Junk Warrior Extreme. Now, these are the cards on top are all the new ones, by the way, but they're also all the ultra rares of the set. Some are reprints, but Yusei had this deck has new cards. Scrap Warrior, Anchor Bolt Hedgehog, Crossroads Sonic Chick, One Way Synchro. And those were actually the new cards. The rest you're gonna see in like, I want to say honestly, like in structured deck form. If you were to buy like multiples, that's why you got 2 copies of Junk Synchron, copy of Wheel Synchron, 3 copies of Stardust Synchron, and I have them in the holo. So when I choose to add this kind of deck to my collection, I will be changing out rarities that I have. Revolution Synchron. Satellite Synchron, that's, again, a good reprint. Assault Synchron is a fantastic reprint. I'm trying to remember what decks. I know this was used in the Resonator deck as well. The Assault Synchron. Jet Synchron. Junk Converter, you got 3 copies, I believe. Because it is a good searcher. For those who don't know the effects, I'll tell you the effects of this as well. For those who may be new. Discard this card in 1 tuner. And add 1 Synchron monster from your deck to your hand. If this card is sent to the graveyard as material for a Synchro monster, target 1 tuner in your graveyard. Special summon in defense position, but it cannot activate its effects this turn. You can only use each effect once per turn. Doppel Warrior. Effect Veiler, a staple card. A budget staple card, but it is still a staple for a lot of decks. You got two of those. Ash Blossom. So the legendary 5D's decks was about $30, right? Ash Blossoms, even the lowest common rarity, still going between $2 to $3. Effect Veilers are about the same. So let's just say, I'd say about about $2 for Effect Veilers. So let's just say that's already $6, right? This card alone is about $10. The Mulcharmy cards. Very expensive. And I think this is going for $10. So yes, already $16 just from this. On your mark, get set, duel. Good reprint for those who never got these during the Megatins. They gave you 3 copies of Tuning, which is that's not once per turn, by the way, for adding a Synchron card from your deck, like a Synchron Tuner from your deck to your hand. But then you send the top card of your deck to the graveyard. You got 2 normal, and then you get the Alter Art. Duelist Genesis. Synchro Rumble. Clashing Souls. Scrap Fist. 1 for 1. This card is about $1.50. It's a staple in a lot of decks. Scrapyard was apparently a good reprint, too. From what I was told. Called by the Grave is always about 2. Crossout Designator. This card will go for anywhere between, as a common, maybe $2.50 to $4. Same with Forbidden Droplet. So the $30 of this whole set, Synchro Zone, and that's another one. So the Yusei deck alone brings almost $30 in staples alone. Scalpers could just buy everything and make their money back. We got the Alter Art of Junk Warrior, Junk Speeder, and these are what Synchro monsters are. I mean, it says it, but just in case, for those who are in my chat. A common, Stardust. Axel Synchro Stardust. This is actually one I didn't have, to my knowledge. Formula Synchron. Stardust Warrior, have that one. Shooting Star Dragon, and then Crimson Dragon. Now, I think I bought a reprint of this. Or maybe I didn't because it was out of stock in time. Either way, card I wanted for the deck anyway. So that was the first one. And I'm just going to scoop up the cards. Try to make them look all nice. So we'll move on to the next one. Next, we got the plant deck here. I say plant deck for Akiza because her original cards were all just plants. Now, we will get into the ultra rares first. Miracle Fertilizer, a ultra rare version of Black Garden. Basil Rose Shoot, that's a reprint. Then these are all reprints. Blooming of the Darkest Rose. Perialis, Empress of Blossoms. Speaking of Blossoms, you get 3 copies of Lone Fire. Now, this was already like a staple necessity in most plant decks. Because you use this, you tribute this to bring out a stronger plant. And you can actually bring out, well, I don't remember if any of those cards are in here, but pretty much you can bring out what you need. 3 copies. Witch of the Black Rose, that's a nice it's a nice little reprint. Spore is a long reprint overdue. I think the only other copy of this card I ever had I gave to Ray for his deck. Rose Lover. We've had a few reprints of this, but let me see. All involves special summoning a plant monster. Okay. Blue Rose Dragon. The first printing of this card, I want to say, was Extreme Victory more than a decade ago. It's had a couple of reprints since then for people, but and here's where the staples start. Ghost Ogre. Ghost Ogre is a fantastic card to have for that. Red Rose Dragon. You got 3 copies of that. White Rose Dragon, again, the same. These were, I say plant cards, but these were the only dragons that are involved. This was some of the new support that they created, all involving bringing other Rose Dragons out. You got 3 copies of that. Ghost Sister and Spooky Dogwood. Rose Princess. Rose Girl. Rox Rose Dragon, 3 copies. Again, all the Rose Dragon cards will always be 3 copies, it looks like. Ruddy Rose Witch. A reprint of a, I wouldn't say too closely released card, but probably still in line with cards I've sent out once before. Another Molcharmy, again, this is $10. Monster Reborn. Also, my arm does get tired in this angle, so I apologize. Terraforming. A common Miracle Fertilizer, as well as a Black Garden. Fragrance Storm. Little draw power there. Thorn of Malice. Frozen Rose. White Rose Cloister. This is the other field spell involving the Rose Dragon for Synchros. Another copy of Basil Rose Shoot. 2 copies of Infinite Permanence. So, again, the Molcharmy card is $10. You're probably looking at, let me see, 10. Like maybe close to $20 in staples from the Rose Dragon. So you're really looking at over $50 of value. That is my estimate, by the way. Card prices change all the time. Common copy of Black Rose. Splendid Rose, great reprint, actually. Don't think I actually have ever got one since I got the original opening of it. Again, went to a friend of mine. Well, yeah. Black Rose, Moonlight Dragon. This was the manga version of Black Rose. Garden Rose Maiden, good reprint. Crossroads Dragon, you get 2 copies of that. Ruddy Rose Dragon, I didn't have a copy of this card for myself, and I get 2 copies now. This is the more powerhouse card that was added with the Ruddy Rose Witch. Garden Rose Flora. So I actually get to make my own of that. Now, I already have a Blackwing deck. And this is the one coming up right now. There's the tab. Now, I watched 5D's from start to finish. I'd say my favorite deck out of that, and do let me know in the comments on YouTube what yours was during that era, if you were there. I'd say mine was probably the Nordic cards, because just, it was awesome. Also, still waking up from my nap, so my sinuses and everything else is built up. Now we got Blackwing, Value, the Emblem of Honor. I believe I have an ultimate rare of this as well. This is one of the few Blackwings I've gotten so many copies of. Got a Ultra Rare of Icarus Attack, Blackwing Close, Armor Master, which this is a good reprint too, by the way. Armor Master is a good reprint. I don't think it has enough. Nothing the Starlight. We have Blackwing, Gale the Whirlwind, Boar the Sphere. Droll and Lockbird is also a staple card, and you get 2 copies. Again, another $2 to $3 card as a common. Chris, the Crack of Dawn, a okay reprint for those who never had it from like the Maximum Gold series. Sharnga. There we go. Sharnga, the Waning Moon. Should have just looked at my monitor and not through this. Orochi the Squall. Armada in the Dust. We got some more Ash Blossoms again. $2 to $3 card. Let's just say we have already had $12 from just the Ash Blossoms and the Droll and Lockbirds. So that would bring the value up to $62. Poison Wind. You get about 3 copies of that. Ghost Mourner Moonlit Chill. Probably got $2 as well. So $64 in value. Total now. Vada, the Emblem of Wandering. This is one of the new ones. Got 2 copies, or 3 copies. Shamal, the Sandstorm. 3 copies. Chinook, the Snowblast. Another 3 copies. Blackwings are usually played in 2 to 3 copies, usually. Mostly 3. Sujri, the Phantom Glimmer. No, I actually have all the high rarities of most Blackwings, so. Molcharmi. Fulos, this is one usually you need 3 of. So people, again, will be searching because this will be the cheapest one, even as $10. Now we're up to $74 in value from this now. Mystical Space Typhoon, classic, Book of Moon, Black Whirlwind. It is a, it's a searcher. That's always been used. Forbidden Chalice, Called by the Grave. Another $2 card, so 76. Oh, Black Feather Whirlwind. Sorry. Delta Crow Anti-Reverse. Twin Shadow. No Infinite Impermanence in that one. So 76 from Staples. Out of a $30 product. So you can see why people will be scalping to then sell the singles and make their money back. Blackwing Armed Wing. Silverwind the Ascendant. Blackwing Dragon. Full Armor Master. Hit the mic. I'm so sorry. I keep hitting that. Blackwing the Salt Dragon. You get 2 copies of that. Boreas Storm the Wicked Wind. 2 copies of that. And that will actually finish off and round off the 3 5D's decks. So $76 again. I could be overestimating or even underestimating the prices of some of these singles. That's not including the chibi cards, which would be just for low value. Because I think people would still pay about $5 for those. So you could say probably close to $90 in just cards for people. And that's not including even just the cost of just some of the other singles if you didn't have that. You can get amazing value out of this. So scalpers were buying this because, again, Walmart, this is where my wife got it from at work. It was the last one. Only reason why she bought it. Hey, Evil Rican, how are you doing this afternoon? Hope your turkey day was good. So yeah, amazing value in this product for $30. It doesn't shock me that it's been disappearing off of the shelves. As soon as they put staple cards, or cards that can be sold in high amounts for more money, yeah, it's going to get a scalper's attention immediately. that is unfortunately the case because sadly we live in a world currently where if you're a kid or just someone who likes opening up cards as like a hobby or even for content, you can't do that because you're stuck paying scalper prices. This is the issue with Pokemon. But for those on YouTube that'll be tuning into this video when it comes out, thank you for watching. Hope y'all enjoyed that. I don't get to do openings very often because of why I just described it. Well, that and money would be the other option of why I haven't opened any product in a long time. But I do appreciate that. Thank you for those who are tuning in to watch this. Now, if you're on YouTube, I will see y'all next time. Feel free to hit that subscribe button. Leave a comment again. What your favorite 5D's character and deck was, because there was quite a few during that era. And on YouTube, I will see y'all next time.